Hi,
we're here for flagpole.
Okay, just two of you?
Yes, please.
Hey guys, welcome to another video and happy Remembrance Day. Today is the 11th of November 2023 and I'm going to Flagpole to get my study permit. So we left the house by exactly 6 o'clock and we started heading to the Coates border crossing, and this is the border between Canada and US, so it's called Coates border crossing.
I want my glasses.
Someone go check and see my passport.
I could just say go house. I could just say go house back with no stress. You could take transport.
Which transport will carry me?
Anyhow, you take Uber. Uber will carry you. Oh, this thing click on.
Yeah.
The only color they're doing is in Nigerian.
Only Nigeria they use green.
Wait, make I talk. You know, see the drink, the bottle, Locomotive.
Okay, so we're on the right lane and we're almost at the border, and I'm kind of feeling nervous, but anyways, it's fine. I'm ready for whatever question they're gonna ask, you know. We just arrived at the border. US border. To show identification, declare all articles acquired outside USA.
Good morning.
Hi,
We're
good
here for flagpole.
Okay, just two of you?
Yes, please. How do we go?
Well, you have to come inside first because we have to give you paperwork to take back to Canada.
No worries.
Okay, just pull to the left.
Yes.
Right into the parking lot and come inside the front doors.
Okay, so I just park my car there.
Park your car, come inside, we'll give you some paperwork to go back to Canada.
Thank you.
So I just finished from the US border and I was given a white paper that says refusal to enter into the US. So the border officer is directing us to where we can turn and go back to the Canada border. So there were some questions that were asked at the US border, and those questions will be at the end of this video. So if you want to know what I was asked, watch till the end of the video, because I have the questions that were asked at the US border and at the Canada border.
Give me your. So we are entering Canada. normal.
No.
You need to feed it.
But yeah, so we go stick on them. They go?
Hey, good morning. How are you? Okay, together. Pardon me?
Where do you two live?
Adri.
Is Evelyn a student or coming for a study permit?
I'm coming for study permit.
Coming for it?
Yes.
You guys just like flow?
Yes.
Any stops that duty free on the way down?
No.
In the vehicle, is there any firearms or weapons?
No.
Cannabis or cannabis products?
Nothing.
Any cash or $10,000?
No.
I'll get you guys pull into the first lot on the left and then head inside to the immigration.
No worry. Thank you.
Hi guys, so it's actually 2 days from when I went to the border, and I haven't had the time to make this video about the questions I was asked at the US border and the ones I was also asked at the Canadian border. So when we got to the US border, my mom and I was asked to give our passports, which we did, and then we told them we were there, that I was there for flag polling. So the border authority told us to go park somewhere and then come into the building. So when my mom and I went into the building, we waited for like 30 minutes before we were answered. And then when I was called upon, the border officer asked me some questions about how long I've been in Canada and what was my current status in Canada. And then he also asked what I was at the border for, which I told him I was there for flag polling. And then he asked for my school and my previous education. He also asked how long my program will be for, which I told him, and then he told me that it was going to take a while he processes the paperwork for me to take to Canada. So he also asked me my height and then what I was weighing, which I told him. After my interview, he then called on my mom and asked my mom some questions about me, that is she your daughter, and would you want your daughter to get permanent residency after she finished her education? And my mom was like, no, that after my school that I'm actually going back to Nigeria. So that was it. And after the interview with my mom, the officer started typing some paperwork, and then he called on me and told me that this is my paper, and the paper was a refusal to enter into the US. Then we took the paper and he told us to follow him, which was the video you saw when we were following the police vehicle. So he told us to follow him, and then which we went to the Canada border. So at the Canada border, the lady at the border asked us about what I was there for, which I told her. She was asking if we had above $10,000. We said no. So she asked us to go and park somewhere and come into the building. So when I went into the building, we waited for about almost 2 hours because it was actually one person that was attending to everyone at that time. So when it got to my turn, the officer called me, and okay, when I went into the building, we had to submit our passports and then the yellow paper that was given to us at the Canada border. So we submitted and then we were asked to sit and wait. So when it was my turn, the officer called me and he asked me what I'm here for. I told him I came here to flagpole for my study permit, and he asked for my letter of acceptance, which I gave to him. And then he asked me about my school. I told him the name of my school, and he asked if I've made any financial deposit to this school, and I said yes, I have. He asked for the receipt. I gave him the receipt of the money I've paid for my school fees. And then he asked who will be sponsoring my education. Okay, then the officer then asked me that why am I coming. Okay, he asked me when my program will be starting, and I told him January 3rd. Then he said, why are you coming now to get your study permit? So I told him that my mom said she won't be able to drive during the winter because it will start snowing from December, and then my mom won't be able to drive 3 hours to the border. So that was why we had to come now. He said, okay, that's fine. And he was writing everything I was saying. Then he now asked me to go and sit down, that he would work with the information that I've given to him. So while I was sitting, it took like 10 minutes, and then he called me back and he was like, okay, here is your study permit. Then he tried to explain the rules of the study permit and details on the study permit. So that was just it, and that was how I got my study permit and I left. So I am now a student, no longer a visitor.